Today our topic is upper limb. In upper limb, we have to learn about arm, about forearm, and we have to learn hands. The easiest way to learn arm, forearm, and hand is that we have to divide it in anterior compartment, and posterior compartment. Our hand have in the arm side anterior compartment we have and posterior compartment. In forearm also we have anterior compartment and posterior compartment. But in hand we don't have any compartment. Instead we have 20 muscles in our hand. We will do it one by one. First let's do about arm. So first we will do anterior compartment, then we will go to posterior compartment. In an anterior compartment we have 3 muscles. Anterior compartment of arm. We have 3 muscles. We have mnemonic here B, B, C. B, B, C. Let's do from C, it's coracobrachialis muscle. Coracobrachialis muscle. The image given here is about coracobrachialis muscle. See, this is the coracoid process of scapula. Yes, and this is the humerus bone. And this is the medial side of the humerus bone, and this is the lateral side of the humerus bone. So, we will see the origin and insertion of each and every muscle. So, what is the origin of the given muscle? See, it is here, origin is the coracoid process of scapula, and the medial side of the shaft of the humerus is the insertion point. Let's write it. Origin is coracoid process of scapula. What will be the insertion? Yes, insertion will be the medial side of shaft of humerus. This is the first muscles of the arm. Now the second muscle is from B. What will be the second muscle? It is brachialis muscle. So this is the coracobrachialis muscle. Second muscle will be brachialis muscle. So, the image given here is about brachialis muscle. Let's do the origin and insertion of it. So, the origin of this muscle is, see from where it is getting originate. It is the mid shaft of the humerus bone. Yes, and it is inserting where? This is the radial bone, and this is of course ulna. This is the ulnar tuberosity. Let's write it. Origin. What is the origin? Yes, this is mid shaft. Mid shaft of humerus. And insertion is the ulnar tuberosity. Now the third muscle. I said this is a mnemonics PBC muscles. We have done C, coracobrachialis muscle, B, brachialis muscle. Now B left. From B we have biceps brachii. We all have heard about biceps, triceps muscles. So this is the biceps muscle. Let's do about biceps brachii. Why we call it biceps brachii? Because it have two head. Okay, it have two head. How it have two head? See, the image given here is about biceps muscle and it have two head. As we'll see, one head and two head. Okay, so we have this short head, this one short head, and this head is the long head. First we will do the short head, origin of short head, and then we will do the origin of long head. Let's see this, where it is inserting. Yes, this is inserting at the coracoid process of scapula. Okay, and where long head is inserting, origin of short head is coracoid process. And what is the origin of the long head? Long head is originating from the tubercle, supraglenoid tubercle. We have this humerus head and we have here glenoid cavity. So this is a supraglenoid tubercle and it is getting originated from here. Okay, and where it is getting inserted? It is inserting at the radial tuberosity. This is our radius. It is inserting at the radial tuberosity. Okay, and the next thing is that bicep tendon, this bicep tendon of the long head. See this long head? This long head is passing through, there is a one sulcus over the head and the tendon is passing through that sulcus. That's why it is known as intertubercular sulcus. Okay, or we can say bicipital groove. So let's do about the biceps brachii. Origin of short head muscles is where coracoid process of scapula. Coracoid process. Okay, and long head is originating from where? From here. Okay, so what is that? It is supraglenoid tubercle. Now let's do insertion. Insertion is radial tuberosity. I have added one point over here about one note about biceps tendon is that long head of the biceps tendon is passing through intertubercular sulcus. Okay, which is also known as bicipital groove. Clear? One more thing is there to add, that these are forming tendons and these are forming aponeurosis. They are biceps aponeurosis and they are forming the roof of cuboidal fossa. We know that this area has our cuboidal fossa and this aponeurosis will form the roof of it. Have a note, biceps aponeurosis, which will form roof of cubital fossa. Okay. Now let's do about posterior compartment of arm. In posterior compartment we have two muscles. We have triceps brachii and anconeus muscles. Like we have biceps which have two heads, short and long head. Like that way we have triceps brachii which have three head. Okay, let's clear these. So this is the one muscle which is located in the lateral side of our body. So it is a lateral head. And we have one head which is medially between the long head and the lateral head. So it will be the medial head. Okay, this is medial head. And the one more head, it is the longest head of our triceps. So it is medial to our body. This is the long head. So here, let's do the origin and insertion of each and every muscles. Origin First, let's do long head. Long head. How it is coming? Long head, as I said you before that in our humerus, this is head of the humerus, and here we have in glenoid cavity. Here we have superior glenoid tubercle, and here we have infraglenoid tubercle. So from supraglenoid tubercle, which muscle was coming? Which tendon was coming? Yes, we learn this here. Long head, supraglenoid tubercle of the biceps brachii. But from the posterior compartment, which muscle is coming from the infraglenoid tubercle is the long head of the triceps muscles. Long head of triceps is at the infraglenoid tubercle. Okay, now origin of what? Let's do now our lateral head. Lateral head of triceps. What is the origin? So here, this is the lateral head, and it is coming from where? Yes, posterior surface of our humerus. Posterior surface of humerus. Okay. Above, where exact location? Above radial groove. We have radial groove where, yes, radial artery is there. So there we have radial groove. From above that radial groove, we have the origin of the lateral head. Now let's do the medial head of triceps. Medial head of triceps is from where? See, this is the posterior surface of the humerus. Okay, this is the posterior surface of the humerus here. So, posterior surface of humerus. But below radial groove. Radial groove. Lateral head above radial groove and medial head below radial groove. Okay. So, let's do now insertion. In insertion, these three tendons will here form a common tendon, okay, and that will insert to the olecranon process of our ulna. Okay, so what is the insertion? They all three will form a tendon, common tendon, and which will insert to the olecranon process of the ulna. Okay, so all three form common tendon that insert to where? Yes, olecranon process of ulna. Now the second muscles in the posterior compartment of our arm is anconeus muscle. The picture given here is about anconeus muscle. It is a short triangular muscle located in the backside of our elbow. Okay, it is a triangular muscle, short muscles at the posterior surface of the our elbow joint. Okay, so origin. Let's see the origin. So it's originating from this is the lateral epicondyle and this is the medial epicondyle. So it is originating from the lateral epicondyle of the humerus bone. Okay, and where it is inserting? It is inserting at the olecranon process of the ulna. But which side of that? It is to the lateral side. Okay, so write it down. Origin is lateral epicondyle of humerus, and insertion is lateral olecranon of ulna. Okay, so till now this much. If you have any query, Just comment below and subscribe for more.